Hi, this is Mukul, and in this video I am going to show you a very beautiful chess game played between Viswanathan Anand and Garry Kasparov. This game was played in the year 1991 in Tilburg. Where is Tilburg? Tilburg is a city in Netherlands. In this game, Viswanathan Anand had white pieces and he started with e4. Black played c5 and we have Sicilian defense. Knight to f3, d6. White played d4, pawn takes pawn, knight takes pawn, knight to f6, and white played knight to c3. Black played a6. Looks like Sicilian Najdorf, but it will transpose to Sicilian Scheveningen variation. White played f4, and after e6 we have Sicilian Scheveningen variation. Bishop to d3, knight from b to d7, white castled. Queen to b6, white played bishop to e3, queen takes pawn, knight from d to b5, pawn takes knight, knight takes pawn, and now this knight is hoping to jump to c7 square, forking king and rook. So black played rook to a5, white played rook to b1, attacking queen, and in this position rook captured knight and lost the queen. Okay, let's go back. Why not queen takes pawn on a2? If queen takes pawn on a2, then knight comes to c3, attacking queen, and when queen to a3, rook to b3 is played. If black thinks that it should exchange queens and queen to a1 is played, then queen takes queen, rook takes queen, and rook takes rook, and white is better. So in this position, instead of capturing the pawn on a2, black captured the knight. Rook takes queen, rook takes rook, and white played queen to a1. Rook goes back to a6 to b6. Okay, let's go back. Why not rook to b4? If rook to b4, then queen to c3 is played, attacking rook and bishop. If black plays d5, supporting the rook with the dark square bishop, the queen takes bishop, and white is better. So in this position, rook went back to b6, bishop captured the rook, knight takes bishop, queen to c3, black played bishop to e7, rook to b1, attacking knight, black played knight from f to d7, queen takes pawn, bishop to f6, queen moves to h6, king moves to e7, and now white played bishop to b5, attacking knight. Black played rook to g8, white played rook to d1, black played e5, white played f5, preventing the king from coming to e6 square. Knight to c5 was played, and now white made a killer move. Rook takes pawn on d6. If king takes rook, then queen takes bishop, check. If knight tries to block the check, then pawn takes knight. So if king moves to c7, then queen takes pawn on e5, check, and when king to d8, king to f6, check, king to c7, queen takes pawn on f7, and black loses the rook. So in this position, black didn't capture the rook, but it moved its bishop to g5, attacking the queen. Queen captured pawn on h7, knight takes pawn on e4, rook takes knight, bishop to e3. Black played rook to d8. Black wants to invade the d1 square. Bishop to d3 was played, preventing the rook from coming to d1 square. Black played bishop to e3, check, and also attacking rook on b6. King to f1, bishop takes rook, bishop takes knight. Black played rook to d4, attacking bishop, and now white made a move and black resigned. The move is c3. Why did black resign? Rook cannot take the bishop, because if rook takes bishop, then pawn to f6, and it's a discovered attack on the rook. So if rook moves to a4, then bishop to f3, and if rook takes pawn, then pawn is pushed, check. King cannot go to f8. If king goes to f8, then queen to h8, checkmate. If king takes pawn, then queen to h6, check, and when king to e7, then queen takes bishop, and white is winning. So in this position, if rook goes to d1, check, then king to e2, and when rook to a1, white plays f6. Okay, if king goes to e8, then queen to g8, check, king to d7, queen takes pawn on f7, king to d8, and queen to e7, checkmate. So black is losing in all variations. So at move 29, black resigned. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I wish good luck with the chess, and bye for now.